GAA. We all belong here, in this place, at this time. We belong not because of who we are or where we come from. Being here means belonging. Belonging means knowing you're part of a community that has a place for all, where potential is nurtured, where individuals become teams, who honour the legacy of those who went before and strive to build a legacy of their own. Some of us play, some of us used to play, some of us never played. We all belong. Belonging means having a voice, means being able to say what you think is right, being listened to. Belonging means respecting each other, means being there for each other, on the pitch, off the pitch. Belonging means rolling our sleeves up and doing what needs to be done. We all belong, whether it's our first day or our 100th year. We all belong here, because this place belongs to us all. Our GAA, where we all belong.
It's a long drive to Croker from here. In ways even longer for the fans. The effort, I can tell you, it's worth it. Even today, I can still hear it. The roar of the hill. It's gonna be something else.
You're all very welcome back to Aughrim here for our quarter-final match-up between Rathnew and Dunlavin. Should be an intriguing affair. Just as we're about to get going here, a shower of rain has come down with it. Stayed away all day, as ever in Aughrim. The wind is into the town goal here. Both teams just finishing their warm up. I have Podge Doody with me. Podge, this is an eagerly anticipated one. I think you know it in the build up there. The Dunlavin have been a breath of fresh air in this championship so far, and Rathnew, as ever, 2 wins behind them, both after extra time, one after penalties. Typical Rathnew fashion, do nothing easy, but they still get the result.
Yeah, no, definitely. Just on Dunlavin, against Blessington, everyone thought they were beaten like with 15 minutes to go, and then they just cut loose. Against Tinhealy, the same. They were 7 points down after 20 minutes and cut loose again, and they were down to 13 players for 5 or 6 minutes. Conceded 2 goals. But they need to do that from the start. They can't give Rathnew a good start today. And just on Rathnew, it's just the experience to have. Even the players that haven't experience, when you come into that Rathnew team, you're expected to do the job you're told to do. So this is going to be a great contest, I think.
Yeah, a huge contest. As we said, the game before Baltinglass just about getting over the line with Dunnard winning by 6 points, and then probably flattered them a little bit, I suppose. At the end of the day, Dunnard put up a real stern resistance there, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. Probably Baltinglass, at the last water break, it was level, And then I think it was the goal was the turning point of the game, and I think that just flattens Dunnard then, and I could hear Brendan Daly on the sideline trying to get them to keep going. But Baltinglass just, it was too easy then, and kicked 2 late frees to probably put a gloss on the scoreline really for them.
Yeah, and as we said, Baltinglass, Pats and Blessington already in the half. One of these 2 will be in it tonight. We'll just give a quick run through the teams here. First up, we have Dunlavin. In goal is Tom McGurk, Pádraig Carmody, Sean Phelan and Tom Moran make up the full back line. William Kennedy, Mark Murta and Mikey O'Rourke are the half back line. Aaron Phelan and Daniel Dawson in the middle of the field. MJ Moran, Owen Murta and Dara Dillon are named in the half forward line. Cian O'Sullivan, Marty Kaplis and Gary Allen is the full forward line. I can't see Owen Murta staying at number 11. I'd imagine he'll go back to centre back. We'll find that out in a few minutes, Podge. Just a Rathnew team. Johnny Burning goal, Paul Merrigan, JT Hayden and Ronan Manley in the full back line. Jack Healy, Jamie Snell and Warren Kavanagh in the strong looking half back line there. Number 17 Ross O'Brien starts instead of Kieron Coffey, and number 9 Theo Smith will be in the middle of the field. Jonah Graham, Nicky Myrna and Sam O'Dowd in the half forward line. James Stafford, Sean Coffey and Owen Doyle in a very dangerous looking full forward line. And I suppose alluding to the weather conditions and the wind, Podge, that full forward line, if Rathnew play with the wind in the first half, they'll be very dangerous, won't they?
Yeah, you were saying that there before we came on, Emmett, that you'd imagine if they win the ball in the throw-in, they'll just lump it straight in, and see what happens. And they'll keep doing that, and they'll get joy out of that as well, because they're actually good at that, and it doesn't have to be good ball. If it's hanging in the air, nearly the worse the better, and they'll compete for it anyway, so that'll be a big danger. It'll be good to see how Dunlavin deal with that. Obviously Sean Phelan will be good under the high ball. I see Tom Moran is back in there. William Kennedy has played cornerback from now, so I'm not sure what way they'll line out. You did say about Owen Murta 11. I'm not sure about that either. Unless now sometimes he lines out 11 and drops back as a spare man.
Cover, yeah.
But I wouldn't be leaving Jamie Snell free. That's the last lad you want to leave free for Rathnew, so they have to figure out how they're going to pay for that.
Yeah, that's
and that can be difficult against Rathnew.
You're inviting the team onto you there, really. If you're leaving the likes of Jamie Snell free, as you said, who do you leave free? There is vast experience in the ranks there with Rathnew as well. I know early in the year people probably would have said, they're going through a bit of a transition and everything else, but there's very little transition in Rathnew with the footballers they breed up there.
Yeah, even if you look at Sam O'Dowd, Sam, 20 years of age, but this is his 3rd year now playing for Rathnew, and we were here a couple of years ago when Stafford got sent off against AGB, and Sam O'Dowd stepped up to the plate as an 18-year-old that day, so he did. So he's 3 years experience. Then you Stafford, even Sean Coffey, Jonah Graham, Nicky Myrna, Theo, Ross O'Brien in now as well, Jamie Snell, JT, Paul Merrigan, Warren Kavanagh, lads with loads and loads of experience.
They've all been there, they've been through the hard, and experience of winning this time of the year, I suppose, is huge as well in this weather conditions. But look, as we said, Dunlavin as well, we've had a little chat about them. Their inside forward line the last day when Cian O'Sullivan clicked in there, it was a joy to watch for about 20 minutes there against Tinhealy. Every time it went in, he seemed to be swinging the ball over the bar. Gary Allen played a huge part in that. He was all over the field, but he was very, very good all over the field. It's going to take a huge hour from these Dunlavin men, but we're just looking at their scores. They've scored 423 in the championship today in 2 matches. Rathnew have scored 429, so you could be looking at a cracker here.
Yeah, and I think the way Dunlavin play, I think it leads to a high-scoring game because they don't mind gambling. They break hard. You know, like Dara Dillon and those lads don't mind running as just as quick as they can. Give them the ball as they're moving, break the tackle, and they keep going. You know, and if it works, and it doesn't. But they're not afraid to go out and attack. You know, and they have a little bit of pace there, which is great. And I think they'll be looking for a big game from both Gary and Kieron O'Sullivan. Like both of them scored 5 points the last day each. You know, so that was a big.
That's a
big
huge return from two of your players, all right. So, but I'm sure that'll be noted in the Rathnew notebook as well.
Yeah.
So it'll be very interesting to see. The teams are just about getting ready here. Kieran Kenny is going to be our big match referee. As I said, we're waiting to find out who joins the elite band in the semi-finals. The draw will be made later on this evening for all those. It's an open draw as well, I think, Alan, isn't it? It doesn't matter who comes out of the hat you play, who, even if you played them before. It's we're getting it. I nearly think so.
Yeah.
I know.
There's too many permutations.
Yeah, there's too many. I think it just has to be.
Yeah,
it has to be that way. So, James Stafford is actually gone to the middle of the field here. Rathnew are going to play with the wind in the first half. Stafford is gone in to the middle.
In the corner at the moment.
Ross O'Brien is going to stand in the corner. Yeah, so they might swap. We'll see. We're getting ready to rock and roll here. This should be a good game. The ball is in. The game is on. A big throw in. Hand on it there from Aaron Phelan. He gets to it. Theo Smith tackles him. Phelan wins the ball going back into his own half. Has a look up. Solos with the ball. Pops off a little pass, does he? He does indeed. Gets it into the hands of Owen Murtagh wearing 11. He's back there already on Nicky Murner. Gets the ball out here as far as Mikey O'Rourke. O'Rourke feeds the ball out to Will Kennedy. Kennedy on the run. Gives the ball inside as far as Marty Caplis. Caplis just holds up the point of the attack. Pops the pass all the way across the field into Mikey O'Rourke. O'Rourke 45 yards out, finds Gary Allen in space. Pass just goes past him down. It's right out to the corner here. Allen solos. He's underneath the scoreboard. Comes back out to the 14 with the ball. Has a look ahead. Ball gets into the hands of Kieron O'Sullivan. Heavy tackles going in from both sides there. Ball is knocked away by JT Hayden. Rathnew have turned it over and get the ball out as far as Ross O'Brien. O'Brien wearing 17 here. Has a look up. Gets the ball to meant for Warren Kavanagh. It finds its way to Theo Smith. Smith on the ball as Rathnew just go patiently here now. Long foot pass across the 45 into the path of Jamie Snell. Snell kicks a long foot pass up the line here in as far as Owen Dial pops the ball off. It wasn't Owen Dial, sorry, it's Sam O'Dowd. He pops the ball off to his wing back Jack Healy. Healy gets the ball inside to Sean Coffey. Coffey goes to ground. There's 4 or 5 yellow jerseys around him. No free, says the referee. Ross O'Brien launches the ball in on top of James Stafford. He just tries to get a hand on it but doesn't, and the first attack for Rathnew yields nothing. But as we said, James Stafford has gone back in straight after the throw in there. Ross O'Brien seems to be out around the middle of the field.
Yeah,
it'll be route one, I'd imagine.
Yeah, well, and Owen Murtagh has gone back to centre back, and it seems to be Mark Murtagh that's going to be the free player there.
Sean Phelan picks up the ball, gets it out as far as Marty Caplis. Caplis wearing 14, drops deep in. He's under a little bit of pressure from James Stafford. Gets the ball away as far as Tom Moran. Though Moran pops it off to his fullback Sean Phelan. Gives it back to Moran. The two men from the fullback line way out the field here. Positions mean very little at the minute. Phelan tries to get to the ball, just doesn't come up from. Jack Healy goes in with a tackle. Both players go to ground, it breaks down. Jamie Snell comes away with the ball, gets it to Ross O'Brien. He feeds Theo Smith. Smith gets it to Nicky Murner. Murner now right in the middle of the field. Gives a long foot pass into Sean Coffey. Coffey out in front, shows really well. Parry Carmody is on his case trying to shadow him. Has a look, he solos, pops it off to Nicky Murner again. Murner again, 45 yards out. He'll pull the strings from there if he's let. Gets the ball and kicks a foot pass outside to Warren Kavanagh. Kavanagh gives him width. Ball just gets away from him though. Dara Dillon is over on his case. Warren Kavanagh kicks the ball down along the line, right on the line down in the corner. Tries to pick the ball up. 2 Dunlavin men on his case. Tries to get rid of it. Numbers back there from Dunlavin. They do really well as the rain falls here in Aughrim now. Hand pass away. Dunlavin just try to work it out. Mark Murtagh has the ball. Again, there's huge pressure on the man on the ball from Rathnew. It's a pull on a jersey though, says Kieran Kenny. It's a free out, and I think this is a taste of what's going to come here. Podge?
Yeah, and in fairness to Kieran Kenny, he let everything go. You know, don't expect to see too many frees out there today. And with these conditions now, and the rain is really starting to come down.
Rain is
real tough conditions.
pumping down here. The free is taken, but it's only out as far as Jamie Snell. Snell does well. Has slippery conditions now. Ball is hard to pick up. It's hard to hold on to. Bodies, both teams giving it everything. There's a tussle of players. MJ Moran comes away with the ball, wins the dirty ball as it's called now. Marty Kaplis wears 14, gets the ball, goes cross field as Dunlavin look to build from the back here into the hands of Gary Allen. Solos out with the ball, gets it to his wing back Mikey O'Rourke. He passes it back and forward with Allen again, takes it back and kicks a long foot pass across to Aaron Phelan 65 yards out from the town goal. Has a look up. They're trying to get all the way up to that Herbst end there. As we said, Rathnew playing with the breeze in the first half. It's a loose looking pass on. James Stafford is the first to react to it. Kicks it in as far as Nicky Marner. Marner gets the ball into Jonah Graham. Graham on the move here. Gets the ball to Owen Doyle. Doyle will have a go from there. Kicks the ball high on the move on the run. Oh, it's a lovely score from Owen Doyle. First score of the game, and Rathnew lead by a point to no score after 4 minutes. Just a lapse of concentration there on Dunlavin's behalf and giving away a stupid ball and punished by Rathnew.
Yeah, in these conditions, if a hand pass goes a straight haul, you're going to be punished.
Huge kick out from Tom McGurk. Ball breaks. There's a good fist on it there from Paul Merrigan into the path of Jonah Graham. Graham tries to pick up the ball with Sean Phelan. A strong stands over it, gets it to Owen Murta. Murta gives it to Gary Allen. Allen out as far as Aaron Phelan as Dunlavin look to break up the field. It's in the hands of Marty Kaplis. Kaplis on the move, gets the ball to Gary Allen. He feeds Owen Murta. Murta takes off. It looked like a trip there, but he rode the tackle, done really well. Gets it into Kieron O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan on the move at the other end, just off the post and into the grateful arms of Warren Kavanagh. Let off there for Rathnew, but they come away with the ball. As number 12 Sam O'Dowd on the ball, gets it up as far as Theo Smith. Smith solos, has a look. Pops a pass off, does he? No, he holds on to the ball. Owen Murta is retreating back to his defensive position, gets a tackle in and just slows the point of the attack. Ross O'Brien kicks a long ball down, looking for James Stafford down the corner. It's right out on the line. James Stafford gets a boo on it and it's out into the car park. It's gone, so ball is kicked back in there by someone from the crowd. Mark Murta will take this line ball. Has a look at his options, goes short into Tom Moran. Moran takes the ball, goes around Sean Coffey, does well, makes space and creates the overlap, gives a little 1-2. Moran comes out, he's at the top of his own D, comes around the tackle of Sean Coffey again, all the way up the field, needs a bit of support now. Owen Murta gives him that support. Gary Allen comes out looking for the ball, gets on the ball, has a solo, has a look, gives the ball back to Owen Murta again. Dunlavin now looking to just settle into this game a little bit. Mikey O'Rourke has a look. The rain seems to have stopped, thankfully. O'Rourke now passes the ball inside to Kieron O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan is on the 21, he's right out at the sideline, twists and turns, recycles the ball back to Mikey O'Rourke. He looks for a long hand pass back to Aaron Phelan. Phelan comes all the way back to Owen Murta as Dunlavin just look to tease out the Rathnew defence. They've two men back there minding the house. There's nothing going to get in there easy, and Aaron Phelan just tackled and faced away from the goal. Rathnew defence done really well, but here comes Daniel Dawson. Dawson on the move now, tries to get to the top of the D, gets the ball into Marty Kaplis. Loose player outside him. It was a good hand pass, a chance for a score, but a brilliant block down. It falls into the pack. Kieron O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan, red jerseys around him, does really well to kick the ball high and over the bars. The first score for Dunlavin. 6 minutes and 45 seconds. It's a point apiece here in Aughrim. And a good passage of play from Dunlavin there, Podge. They were very patient. They didn't kick away the ball. They found the gap and they exploited it.
Yeah, definitely. They are very patient. And they're good players are getting on the ball. The likes of Gary Allen, Owen Murta, and they're securing the ball. Aaron Phelan has been very prominent there to start as well.
Johnny Byrne kicks a long ball to the middle of the field, breaks off the hand of Aaron Phelan, and going forward is Theo Smith. No one has come to him. There's a gap down the middle here. He pops the ball out to Nicky Marner. Marner fancies chances from here. He kicks this one high and he kicks it over the bar, and a very straightforward score. It was very open down the middle for a team playing with a sweeper.
Yeah, both Owen and Mark Murta just both backed off Nicky Marner at the wrong time, and you can't do that when he's inside the 45 and playing with a wind behind him.
Kick out from Tom McGurk. He goes short as far as Sean Phelan. Phelan gets the ball out here to Will Kennedy. Kennedy solos with the ball again. Rathnew, huge pressure on the ball. Always 2 or 3 men looking to tackle the man on the ball, but away they come on the move there and give it out as far as Aaron Phelan. Phelan solos, has a look up. Again, they're just looking now to tease out a little bit of space here, and it's MJ Moran gives it back to Owen Murta. Murta Solo's heavy strapping on his left leg as well there of Murta. He's could be playing through the pain barrier. Daniel Dawson gets the ball in. Oh, wonderful ball into Kieron O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan was given the mark. We tried to go on around Ron and Manley, done really well. He's causing problems early.
Yeah, he is, and even off camera maybe we can see him making those runs, and he is out in front, and it's just a matter of getting the ball into him, and it was definitely a jersey pull there, so a free into Dunlavin.
Chance for Gary Allen here. Pretty straightforward. He's about 23 or 4 yards out. He's pretty much he will be in front of the goal by the time he kicks it, so he kicks this one high. Oh, it's just gone to the left of the post and wide. That's for a man like Gary Allen, that's a poor miss.
Yeah, and he was great against Tinny Healy on frees here. He kicked absolutely a brilliant fee when they were just coming back up to 14 players there in the last game, so that was a bit of a surprise. Johnny
Byrne's kick out has gone short. It's back and it's in the hands of Paul Merrigan. He pops it off to Jamie Snell. Snell gives a long hand pass out to JT Hayden. JT solos forward with the ball, breaks one tackle, breaks two tackles. He's on the move here, gets the ball into Jonah Graham. Just ball doesn't hop on the ground. The ground has gone dead now with the rain as well, and it's Jack Healy hand passes the ball off to Ross O'Brien. O'Brien pops the ball into Mickey Murner. Murner in space, 45 yards out again. Oh, what a peach of a score. They'll have to tighten up there because all day long he'll kick those.
Yeah, the last one he kicked, we said when he gets it inside the 45 he'll score right on the 45. Probably 50 metres out really when he put it over the bar. But someone is definitely going to have to pick up Mickey Murner.
9.5 minutes gone here, and it's 3 points to 1 to Rathnew. Rathnew playing with the aid of the breeze in this first half as Gary Allen on the ball. Owen Murta tries to take the ball through traffic. It's just turned over. Ross O'Brien gets it, gives the ball into Jonah Graham. Graham pops a hand pass out to Owen Doyle. Doyle takes the ball at the first attempt. 2 yellow jerseys around him, just does enough to recycle the ball back to Jack Healy, but he's robbed by MJ Moran does really well there, gets a little hand pass back into Tom Moran, and here come Dunlavin maybe with a little bit of space. Mark Murta on the ball, pops it off to Owen Murta, the men over on the far side, but it's direct, they're looking to go. Murta looks up, pops the pass back into Tom Moran. There's a little gap here for Moran to go into. Sam O'Dowd gets back to try and tackle. Moran fancies his chances, but he's kicked it high and to the left of the post and wide, and it'd have to be said, wind or no wind, it's another chance gone a begging.
Yeah, it is. The only thing I'll say is like that just shows you the way that Dunlavin can actually play. Like you come there a minute ago, that was Sean Phelan and Tom Moran run up the pitch. There's Tom Moran again, getting inside the 45 and getting a shot away. Like, and it's against the wind. Like, but they're not afraid to have a cut here.
Ball is kicked out, broke in the middle of the field. It's picked up by Aaron Phelan. He's playing on an advantage. Kieran Kenny's arm is up. He plays a 1-2 inside with home. Murta's away again. He gives the ball back to him. Chance here. Here come Dunlavin. Just at the wrong time. The ball fell away from Owen Murta. He gets it to Kieran O'Sullivan, and he pops the ball over the bar. 3 points to 2. And something we spoke about, I suppose, earlier as well, Hodge, was this running game. Will Rathnew be able to handle the running game?
Yeah, just plenty of pace in Dunlavin team, and Owen Murta is a very important player for them really. Like, even if he is lining out with 6, he'll keep attacking, and that needs to be tracked by Rathnew as well.
Paul Merrigan takes the short kick out from Johnny Byrne. He gets it out as far as Jamie Snell, who finds Nicky Murner. Murner just dropping deep onto his own 65, and he's away with the ball on his toe again, finding space. He's very good. I had a long diagonal ball in, but it's gone away to the left of the post and just drifted wide, and Nicky Murner apologises there. He just overcooked it.
Yeah, and I don't think the Rathnew lads need the ball out in the corner.
No,
kicking in front of the goal.
In front of the goal, I'd say would be the plan. Tom McGurk to take the kick out. 12 minutes gone here. It's a 1 point game. Rathnew lead by that 1 point though. It's a good mark taken by Ross O'Brien. O'Brien goes long in front of the goal. It's a huge kick, but again it's just carried over the full forward line. That's 2 balls in a row. They're just not judging the wind perfectly yet.
Probably a little bit more patience. They're rushing that one, and it's been kicked out. That was kicked over Sean Coffey's head. If you're going to put it in there, give him a chance to get back in first.
Kick out is taken quickly, goes as far as Tom Moran. Moran has the ball deep in his own 45 here. Looks to recycle, however, gets the ball out to Pádraig Carmody. Carmody gets the ball over to Will Kennedy. He's all the way back to Tom McGurk. McGurk comes solo out with the ball here. He's at the top of his D. He's away. Rathnew are starting to converge on him though, but he's got away. He's done well. He gets the ball to Owen Murta. Murta feeds the ball off to Mark Murta. It's into the hands of Marty Kaplis. There's runners. Once Dunlavin start to runners, you can see the yellow jerseys flooding up the pitch. Dara Dillon is now on the the ball here, the number 12. Dylan has a look up, pops the pass inside to Daniel Dawson, but just overcooked it. JT Hayden had read it well, and he gets the ball to Warren Kavanagh. Kavanagh gets the ball up the line as far as Jonah Graham. Graham gives the ball into Jamie Snell, and here come Rathnew again with Warren Kavanagh right underneath the stand. Dara Dillon goes over, he's right on the sideline, he needs a bit of support. Warren Kavanagh, the referee he blows him for either over carrying or touching it on the ground, I'm not sure, but it's a free to Dunlavin, and he just got isolated.
Yeah, it's simple. Don't take the ball into the tackle when Kieron Kenny's refing the game. You know, and
That's
expect
it.
to get a free. And
That's
the way
it.
Kieron refs it, you know.
Will Kennedy has the ball, he gets it off as far as on Murta solos with the ball, looks for a runner, solos again, just trying to hold up the point of the attack till the right ball is on. He breaks the tackle of Ross O'Brien and tears away with Owen Murta covering the ground, gets the ball into Cian O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan jinks and twists and turns, he's 45 yards out, right out on the sideline here. He has a look again. Ronan Manley is having all his time to try and stick with him. He does well though, he keeps him out of the danger area. He's way out from the goal there. Will Kennedy is on the ball now as Dunlavin look to recycle and try and drag out the Rathnew men. Sam O'Dowd tries to get out as far as Marty Caplis here. Caplis pops the ball off to Will Kennedy. Kennedy has a look, tries to go through. Nicky Murner tackles again. Huge pressure on the ball, but Dunlavin are holding on. They're doing really well, looking for the right ball. Here comes Gary Allen. Allen looked to be high tackle there. Play on, says the referee, and he waits. There's no advantage coming there, so he waits, and it's a free in. And Dunlavin are playing really well against this wind here. They're just doing exactly what needs to be done.
Yeah, we spoke about them having a poor start in the last two matches. They haven't had a poor start today. They're actually playing really well. You know, they'll be really happy with this. Like, there's a real big strong wind in favour of Rathnew, and Dunlavin are only a point down at this stage. So,
Chance of a free here. It's Owen Murta is lining this one up. He's about 43 yards out. It's a pretty central kick. Be a chance for Murta to level up this game with just about 15 minutes on the clock. We're nearing the first water break here. Murta steps up to this one, takes his 5 or 6 steps, seems to be a good connection, was gone away to the right and it's gone wide, and we're into the water break. Podge, as we said, look, Dunlavin playing really well, they've set up really well, they're holding lots of the ball here in this first half. Rathnew probably just getting to grips with the wind, but yeah, look, there's 15 minutes gone on the Dunlavin side against the wind, and you're only a point down.
yeah, and two of those scores are two great scores from Nicky Murna, you know, and like if they contain him, and it's no secret, like Nicky Murna scored I think 6 points the first day. It was against Bray and was very influential against Baltnas. I do see him getting a bit of attention there, which would be a worry to Rathnew supporters.
Yeah, he's getting spray on the back of his leg there. It was a hamstring injury pulled up with against Baltnas in that game.
But like equally what you're saying, they're like Nicky got 2 scores, but they're both nearly 45 yards out with the wind. Like they're defending very well here. But Alan Clark's live it down here. He's trying to get word into Stafford to get in on the square beside Coffey. He's not listening to him, and they're having a bit of a bite at each other here. So there's some signals getting misled here.
Yeah, well, that would look to be the game plan with the two tall lads inside, Sean Coffey and James. But, you know, even the ball that's going in, they're just not judging it right at the minute, and which, as I said, that's good news for Dunlavin because it's keeping them right in this game. And, you know, this Dunlavin team with that wind in their back, I know they're a ball-carrying team, but it gives them a huge option going in the second half if they can keep it tight.
Well, that's right, yeah. You know, you talk about even running teams, but the big thing with a running team is you can deliver the ball from a good distance out, you know, into your inside forwards.
The game will be restarted with a kick out from, just seeing the management having a word with Owen Murta there. I was just wondering whether he had a heavy strapping on that leg.
It's gone now.
And it's gone now. The strapping has gone off, so
Warmed up.
kick out will be from Johnny Byrne. He goes short, gets the ball to Paul Merrigan. We're back in the game here. Merrigan pops the pass off as Rathnew look to build from the back here as Ronan Manley gets the ball on his toe, solos out, gets the ball to Jonah Graham. Graham pops a pass into Jamie Snell again. 2 Dunlavin men front him up, but they've worked it really well, Rathnew, and from Ronan Manley into Jonah Graham. Graham is 45 yards out, he's inside the 45, a good hand in there, just makes him cough up the ball. He gets it at the second attempt, gives the ball to Ross O'Brien. He goes across the field to Sam O'Dowd. O'Dowd pops the ball off to Nicky Murner. Murner with that right foot again. Another huge kick from Murner. Another huge score from Murner. 3 points from play. And, you know, I don't know what's in that can of spray, but it's good stuff.
Yeah, no, and a couple of years ago, people thought Nicky Murna was finished. I think he's playing well now as he ever has, you know.
He's
really
certainly
good
give 15 or 16 minutes of an exhibition of football here so far. Anyway, kick goes long again to the middle of the field. Theo Smith gets a hand on it, ball breaks down. Jack Healy goes out with Sean Phelan, clash of bodies. A free, says the referee. Rathnew not happy, but free is taken quickly. We're back in the game. Marty Kaplis gets out and wins the ball in front, but again Ronan Manley puts in a huge tackle, and Theo Smith is there as well, goes down on the ball. He's fouled as he tries to pick the ball up. It's a free to Rathnew. Theo Smith will take this one, looking to restart. Kicks the ball all the way across the field and into the hands of Jamie Snell. Snell now, he's about 60 yards out from his own goal, gets the ball to Sam O'Dowd. He pops it off to Nicky Murner, just took his eye off it for a split second. Murner evades one tackle, comes back in and gets to the 65 and he's away. Solos with the ball, has a look up, launches a high one in. This one is more direct, it's in there. James Stafford gets a hand to a ball, good fist on it there from the Dunlavin back line, and away they come with the ball. Good play. Nicky Murner's down stretching that leg now again. It doesn't look great from a Rathnew point of view, but Dunlavin are coming up the field with the ball. Chance for Daniel Dawson to pop the ball off to Dara Dillon. Away goes Dillon. Theo Smith is after him. Looked like a tug back there. It's an advantage being played. Gary Allen is on the ball, but it's a free in, and Theo Smith just probably done the right thing at the right time, I'd say.
Yeah, if you saw Dara Dillon against Tinny Healy, he scored a goal from a very similar situation to that, you know, and probably against the wind, it's going to be a really tough free. If you didn't foul him, he was probably in for a handy score.
Yeah, you know, look, as we say, we don't condone the dark arts here, but
well, you do.
a good free is a good free sometimes.
Yeah, you do what you have to do.
So, be a chance here for Dunlavin to just eke their way back into this. Huge kick there. Huge kick is high and onto the top of the net. Keane O'Sullivan, brilliant kick against the wind. Another score. We've just about 20 minutes on our clock here. That's including the water break. And it's 4 points to Rathnew, 3 to Dunlavin. It's a good go-open game of football, though.
It is, yeah. No, both teams are having a go at it, really, you know. And I think that's the way you're going to end up playing against Dunlavin anyway. You kind of have to match them.
As a Rathnew take the kick out quickly, they've worked it to the middle of the field with Sam O'Dowd. O'Dowd is fouled there right in the middle of the field. He looks up and looks to take it quickly. Mark Murtagh's dropped right back in front of his defence. His high ball in on top of Sean Coffey. Coffey tries to take it, but again it's well marshalled by the Dunlavin backline. Murtagh is there on the break, gets the ball out to MJ Moran. Moran pops it back into Murtagh, but it's a loose pass. Owen Murtagh comes in there, play on, says the referee. Players go to ground on both sides, but it's well won by MJ Moran. He's blown for picking it off the ground. And the Dunlavin sideline are not happy with that one.
Yeah, I don't like criticising referees, but probably two. Two reasons there that Dunlavin could have got a free out, but they didn't get it, you know, and have to deal with that.
Have to deal with it. Owen Dial just solos the ball, steadies himself. He's about 22 or 3 yards out, strikes it perfectly. A brilliant free. It's high and it's over the bar. It's 5 points to Rathnew, 3 points now to Dunlavin here. And for all Dunlavin's good play, they're just Rathnew are just picking off a score or two. They're staying, keeping their noses in front.
Yeah, 2 points isn't a great lead, or isn't a massive lead in a game like this, you know. I think we know what Dunlavin can do anyway.
Kick out from Tom McGurk. Takes his time, weighs up his options and kicks a high ball out right underneath the stand. Oh, it's brilliantly taken over there, and Rathnew look to come forward with the ball. Theo Smith gets it and gives it back in as far as Sam O'Dowd. O'Dowd, who took that mark, does well, but he's tackled really well in there as well, but he then loses possession. Dunlavin then lose possession. It's into the hands of Nicky Murner. John O'Graham has a chance here to kick a score. He sets himself up, pops it over the bar, and it's double scores here now. 6 points to Rathnew, 3 points to Dunlavin, and they're just taking their chances at the minute, Rathnew.
Yeah,
they're just...
you know, there's a flurry of scores there from Rathnew in the space of a minute, you know, that's giving them that 3 point lead.
Kick out again from McGurk. This time he goes a little bit shorter, looks for his wing back Mikey O'Rourke. O'Rourke pops the ball off as far as Pádraig Carmody. Carmody again looks to set up this Dunlavin attack from the back. It's into the hands of Owen Murtagh. Murtagh has a look, kicks a ball up as far as Marty Kaplis. Kaplis out in front, wins his free. I was just wondering in that first 15 minutes, you know, Owen Murtagh was covering an awful lot of ground up and down the field. You wonder how long he can stick that as well, Podge, if he is carrying a knock.
Yeah, well, a lot of games he'll keep doing that, you know, in fairness, and he'll be doing it at the end of the game as well.
Daniel Dawson is on the ball here, 45 yards out, just underneath us on the press box side there, gives it into Aaron Phelan pops the ball back to MJ Moran gives it into Gary Allen back to Owen to Dunlavin now, as we said, looking to just spend a little bit of time on the ball and work a scoring opportunity here. Gary Allen has it again. There's red and green jerseys in the line all across from Owen Murtagh. Gets the ball, gets a foot pass off as far as Will Kennedy takes off, pops the ball out to Kieron O'Sullivan has a look at his options. He's too far out to kick a score from there, but he's trying to work himself in. He's still on the ball there. He needs support. Ronan Manley shadows him all the way out on the far side. There's a player down on his hunkers, a Dunlavin player, looks the big double knock. It's Will Kennedy. And as Dunlavin, as we said, they look to just recycle the ball and find the space. Mikey O'Rourke was on the ball. He gave it to Sean Phelan. Phelan pops the ball into Dara Dillon. Dillon turns and goes back. And Sean Phelan is now on the ball again. He has a look. He fires a high looping ball in around to the top of the square into the D. But there's lots of Rathnew jerseys back. But it's fell as far as Marty Kaplis. Kaplis does really well. A heavy tackle there by JT Hayden on Kaplis. He's gone to ground. JT says it was a shoulder. I'm not sure Marty Kaplis will agree with him, and I don't think Kieran Kenny agrees with him either.
Yeah, high ball in there, and Gary Allen was against 3 Rathnew lads. It breaks, looks like Rathnew have the ball. Gary gets a toe to the ball, and helped them win the free then.
And and that's the sort we're talking about, October football. They're the little things that can make a difference. The ball doesn't travel, it sticks around it.
Yeah.
A chance though for Kieron O'Sullivan to get Dunlavin back within 2 here. 24 minutes on the clock. It's a fairly straightforward one. A chance for Keane. Kicks this one high and over the bar. It's 6 points to 4 here in Aughrim. Good crowd here today as well. In fairness, there's a good crowd in the stand and underneath us here, so
There's 4 points now for Kieron O'Sullivan as well.
all 4 from the Booha Kieron O'Sullivan, and I suppose with that Gary Allen free now, it could be just one, They didn't get it though, so the ball is in the hands of Paul Merrigan here. Merrigan gets the ball out as far as Jamie Snell. Snell is away here in a little bit of space, has a look up, went to cut back inside, but the avenue is closed off by yellow jerseys. He finds Theo Smith. Smith in a little bit of space now. A man running inside is Ross O'Brien. O'Brien's at the top of the D. Chance for O'Brien. Pops the ball off as far as Sam O'Dowd. It just gets away from O'Dowd. A good tackle from Dara Dillon. Ball breaks down and Dunlavin come away with the ball. They'll be happy to have broke that attack down. They've done really well. Again, it's a loose looking pass. Dunlavin just looked to pick the ball up. Will Kennedy is in control of it. Eventually gets the ball off as far as Kieron O'Sullivan, who's drifted out the field. Has a look. Tries to weigh up his options. Turns and goes again solo, and he's still going. Nicky Marner gets back and gets a hand on him, pops the ball off outside as far as Mikey O'Rourke again looks to come back inside. Theo Smith tackles, and he has Marty Kaplis on the ball, gives it out to Aaron Phelan, and all the way over here now to Tom Moran solo, 65 yards out, has a look up, looks to take on his man, but stays with the ball, stays with possession, gets the ball to Gary Allen pops the ball inside to Aaron Phelan charges forward now, looked like it took on the jersey of Tom Moran there, chance for Moran, but this one has dropped into the keeper's arms, and just a little bit of a lack of conviction in the kick. He should have put the boot through it maybe. Rathnew are in possession now. Jonah Graham comes forward with the ball, pops off a pass there out as far as he's Jack Healy and Graham try a 1-2, it just breaks down. Gary Allen is on the scene and takes it from him. Marty Kaplis cuts inside, tries to get the ball back to Gary Allen, does get the ball back to Gary Allen, just tries to get in on a shooting angle. Allen puts his foot through this one down. It's 6 points to 5, and again Rathnew in possession, and Dunlavin have punished him for turning over the ball, Podge.
Yeah, and a good turnover as well, and the right man got on the ball. Gary Allen, I think was it Marty Kaplis, he got it. Marty just delayed on the ball, until Gary got into a good position. Paul Merrigan actually did really well because he tracked him, but a brilliant score off his left foot.
Brilliant score. The kick out goes long this time. Nicky Marner shows for it. Nicky Marner wins it, gets the ball and kicks it in as far as Owen Doyle. Tom Moran back, gets a hand on it. There's a heavy tussle with the two. Owen Doyle wins it. Good physical strength there from Doyle to hold off Tom Moran. Gets the ball out to Ross O'Brien. Here comes a bomb in onto the square. Long ball. Great take by Sean Coffey. Coffey surrounded by 2 men. And it's I think he's won a free anyway. He was about to take his mark, but I think he's won his free. So Sean Coffey will look to just stick this one over and put 2 back between the teams. Yeah, I suppose at 6 points to 3 with that wind in Rathnew's back, the next score was vital for Dunlavin. They've really come back well.
They haven't. Getting 2 in a row there was a great boost for them, really, But we got now 27 minutes on the clock.
27 and a half minutes. We've 7 points to 5 here. Aughrim Tom McGurk goes loose looking ball, though it's out. And Rathnew have picked this one up. Jamie Snell is on it, gets it back as far as Nicky Murner. Murner ever alert, tries to take on Mark Murta. Looked like a tug on the jersey for Murner. Was a tug on the jersey from Murner, but he takes the free quickly, pops the ball in as far as Sam O'Dowd. Looked like he was shaping to shoot, will shoot this time. Kicks this one high, but looks to be gone away to the left of the posts and wide, and just probably the wrong option, the wrong time maybe.
Yeah, and Sam O'Dowd has a good left foot on him, you know. He's a good boot. Probably even the first time he was lining up and dummy soloed, and kicked it right in the end.
Kick out goes short. Dara Dillon picks it up deep in his own 45. He twists, he turns. Warren Kavanagh tracks him all the way. He tries to get away with the ball. He's found his way out to about 55 yards out. Gets the ball into Owen Murta. Murta has a man loose out on the line there, and away come Dunlavin here. Little bit of space to get the runners going. It's Marty Kaplis, I think, is on the ball. He pops it in as far as Aaron Phelan. Phelan gets the ball. Again, Dunlavin recycle it through the hands. They're trying to get the shooter into the best position. Gary Allen, 45 yards. Oh, just a slip at the wrong time from Marty Kaplis. Coughs up the ball and he coughs it straight up as far as Sam O'Dowd. O'Dowd attract all the way back, gets the ball to Nicky Murner. Murner on the move again, kicks this one. This time it's gone away to the right of the post. It's not even gone wide. It's going to be contested by Sean Phelan and Sean Coffey, but the ball is beating the two of them out over the line there. It was actually Tom Moran, I think. And an uncharacteristic one from Nicky Murner. He was just in his shooting stride, sliced off the boot.
Yeah, good tackle came in from one of the Dunlavin players. I wasn't sure who it was in the end, but it was important. Daniel Dawson. Alan was telling us here.
Just got to tackle in at the right time. Tom McGurk kicks this one out through the hands of Vaughan Murta, but breaks as far as Mark Murta. Murta does really well. There was a chance of a turnover there, it didn't come. Dunlavin come away with the ball, and it's Sean Phelan has the ball. Solos has a look up, kicks long down in front of Gary Allen and or Marty Kaplis and JT Hayden. Hayden went back to retrieve the ball. The ball passed out to Tom. Kicks a foot pass over to Jack Healy underneath here. Healy gets the ball to Jonah Graham. Graham 65 yards out. Has a look at his options. Pops a pass off to Nicky Murner. Murner solos infield with the ball. Has a look up again. Again, there's 3 or 4 yellow jerseys all across in front of him. It's in the hands of Paul Merrigan now. Merrigan goes along, a good kick in. Again, you can see the sun is playing havoc with the players there. James Stafford just put up his hand to play away. So the referee, 2 players go to ground. Heavy hits coming in all around. Mark Murta, I think, is blown for shouldering into the player stooping on the ball there, but James Stafford couldn't. You could actually see him putting his hand up. He was blinded by the sun there as that ball came in. So the winter sun is playing havoc. Better than the rain though, Podge, wouldn't it?
Yeah, the Dunlavin bench weren't happy with that free against them there, and it's after being brought up now.
So Kieran Kenny is taking no nonsense. We'll have 1 minute of injury time at the end of normal time, so we're just into the final minute here by this clock here. Owen Doyle will have a chance to put 3 in it. Doyle sets himself, has his familiar routine, that drops this one. It's dangerous right in on the crossbar, but it's batted away there by Tom Moran. Got a hand to it. Sean Phelan comes out with Phelan, wins his free. Now it's being moved up. Little bit of oh, it looked like he took it. I think he was kicking it out to the player to take it. I don't think he was taking the free. I think Rathnew thought he'd taken the free, so how could it?
Even if he was taking the free, you'd plead innocent there anyway, you know.
Yeah.
Wasn't taking the breath. You know?
Well, look, Rathnew were probably chancing their arm as well, because they were going to get a run on goal. So look, it cuts both ways. Marty Kaplis is on the ball now, picks up the ball from the free, comes back in field. Daniel Dawson wants it. He decides to go up the line. A little bit of a gap opens. Now he looks for Dawson, comes back, gives the ball to Aaron Phelan. Phelan pops it off to Tom Moran. Moran has 2 free men over this side, but he brings it back to the stand side. Looking for a foot pass here. A brilliant foot pass all the way across as far as Owen Murta. Murta in a little bit of space, has Will Kennedy running inside him, cuts inside himself, breaks 1 tackle, breaks 2, pops the ball off here as far as Gary Allen. Allen has a look, solos, almost thought he was going to shoot there. Will he this time? It gets the ball out as far as his number 7, Mikey O'Rourke. O'Rourke kicks this one high off his right foot, but the groan from the stand will tell you that it's gone to the right of the post and wide. And the half-time whistle goes here. 7 points to Rathnew, 5 to Dunlavin. It's a cagey affair, I suppose. You know, Dunlavin are full value for where they are at the minute. They've played really well in that first half. Rathnew would probably like a few more scores on the board.
Yeah, Dunlavin definitely won't be disappointed, but Rathnew won't bother them either.
No.
You know, they're not going to panic that the fact they're only 2 points up. You know, but yeah, no, Dunlavin will definitely have to be happy with that first half.
Yeah, look,
Yeah, but even looking at that, like we say with the win there, like get two big monsters in on the square. They gave them one ball into one mark to get a score off it. That, in the space of 30 minutes of football, like I think they're going to be under pressure in the second half with the running game that Dunlavin are going to bring with this win in the rack.
yeah, look, it's all going to come down to fine margins here again, like most of the games this week so far. So we're going to take a quick break here. We'll be back in a few minutes with the second half of Dunlavin and Rathnew. It's 7 points to 5 here. Cracking game going on. Make sure and come back to us.
It's a long drive to Croker from here. In ways even longer for the fans. The effort, I can tell you, it's worth it. Even today, I can still hear it. The roar of the hill. It's gonna be something else.
You're very welcome back here. Both teams are back out on the field. We don't see any changes as of yet there. Kieron Kenny is just waiting to look for the match ball, and we're ready to rock and roll. Just checks with his umpires. As I said, there's no changes. Few positional switches here. I think Will Kennedy has gone in on Nicky Marner. Ball breaks down in the middle of the field. James Stafford is out in the middle of the field and gets the ball. Hoofs a long high ball in front of Owen Doyle. Doyle in a foot race with Tom Moran. Moran gets out in front, just comes off the boot of Moran. It'll be a line ball to Rathnew. He goes long, direct in on top of Sean Coffey. It's a dangerous ball. Coffey wins the primary ball, gets it and kicks it high and kicks it over the bar. And we talked about with or against Rathnew. Just go direct no matter what way it is.
Yeah, straight away from from James Stafford from the throw-in. He just gets the ball and just hoofs it in, and Doyle gets it and kicks it in again.
Yeah, it's direct football. It's 8 points to 5 here now. Rathnew with 3 points of a lead. They're facing the wind. Theo Smith catches the mark, does really well there. Has his 8 seconds to kick the ball, takes every one of those 8. Finds Ross O'Brien in loads of space there. However, he was left unmarked. He's tackled by Aaron Phelan. Phelan done really well, gets a hand in. O'Brien picks the ball back up again, hops it on the ground, and looks like he was overcarried. He was caught in 2 minds, but Dunlavin done really well. Huge pressure on the man on the ball. Gets the ball out as far as Gary Allen. Allen has a look. He's a man outside him if he can get to him. He does get to him. That man is MJ Moore and pops it off into Owen Murta. Murta comes raiding down the 65, gets the ball into Gary Allen. Allen has a look, pops it in as far as Kieron O'Sullivan. No one in front of the goal here. Podge has just pointed out to me, all the Dunlavin players are all back out about 30 yards out playing with the breeze. They're going to continue their running game on. Murta gets the ball, kicks it off the outside of the boot, just drifts high and trim. That is some score. I thought by the way the goalie was going, it was just drifting wide, but a huge score from Owen Murta off the outside of the boot there.
I was actually looking at Owen Murta's reaction after he kicked the ball and he just turned and started running out. I said, Jesus, it must be going over. And then when I saw the goalie, I thought it was going wide, but fantastic score by Owen Murta.
Fantastic score. It's 6 points to Dunlavin. It's 8 to Rathnew. We have a humdinger of a game coming here. This second half is going to be very, very good. Jonah Graham is on the ball now. Gets the ball in as far as Ross O'Brien. O'Brien pops it to Nicky Marner. Marner has Will Kennedy on him there. Kennedy shadows him all the way, but he's right out in the middle of the field now. Marner pops a little pass off as far as Jamie Snell. Right on the whitewash on the middle of the field, charges forward with the ball, has a look at his options. Warren Cabinet makes a run. He has a little bit of space. Good long ball in again, but back there, minding the house is Mark Murta. Does really well, comes out with the ball, read it well, playing the sweeper role perfectly, kicks a long foot pass up as far as Marty Caplis. Caplis gets it at the second attempt, tackled by JT Hayden. Theo Smith is on the scene there as well, wins and picks up the break and gets it into Ross O'Brien, 65 yards out from his own goal. Jonah Graham has the ball, solos, has a look up, gives it back to Ross O'Brien. Runs being made inside, but Rathnew up to recycle the ball here around the 65 with Sam O'Dowd. He pops a pass off to Jamie Snell. Snell has Nicky Marner running off and gives the ball to Nicky Marner. Marner solos, has a look, pops off the pass. Does he know he's fouled there about 50 yards out? Little bit of a tussle there with himself and Will Kennedy. Both players get up. Nicky is asking if he's alright there, saying he needs a bit of attention.
For hurting a finger, I'd say.
Like there's a finger injured there.
Nicky Marner showing his experience there, really. The contact comes in, and I think that's the second free he's won like that.
Brings himself ball and player to the ground, and he just it's cuteness, it's experience,
definitely,
all of what you want. But look, it's championship football. You get your result whatever way you can.
That's right. Yeah, 100% agree.
Owen Doyle, about 46 or 7 yards out. He's about 45 yards out. The pitch is cutting up fairly strong here now after heavy rain, but didn't quite connect with that one, but it's in as far as James Stafford. Is dangerous. It's around the edge of the square, pops it back to Nicky Marner. Marner steps inside, good tackle, good hand in. Jonah Graham gets the ball again. They're swarming around the Dunlavin players and they win the ball. Owen Murta wins it back. Brilliant play by Dunlavin's defence. Rathnew will feel they probably should have got a score there, but they're coming away empty handed. The ball is kicked out as far as Mikey O'Rourke. O'Rourke goes long down the line. There's another player there. It's Will Kennedy, has a hand injury there. He's underneath. Number 19 is coming in. It's Henry Healy is getting ready to come in. Theo Smith is on the ball. We'll have a look. It's Paul Merrigan. He pops the ball off to Jonah Graham. Graham has a look up here. Pops another pass out wide, right out to the sideline as Rathnew try to drag Dunlavin left and right to get them to open up in the middle, but it's not happening easy for him. Paul Merrigan pops the ball into Nicky Murner. Good run from Murner, has Mark Murta tracking him there, gets the ball into, looked like it was going for Ross O'Brien, but Theo Smith has picked it up. Smith has dragged to the ground there. Again, a little bit of experience taking contact and winning the free.
On for Dunlavin, 19, Henry Healy, replacing number 5, William Kennedy.
Yeah, so William Kennedy has gone off with a hand injury. Henry Healy is in. We'll have a free now from Owen Doyle here. He's just about at the top of the D, or where the D was. A chance for him to put 3 points in this one again, and kicks this one high into the breeze. It's a good kick. It's off the top of the post and down into the grateful hands. Brilliant hands there by Sean Phelan, done really well. Henry Healy straight into the action and passes the ball all the way across to Aaron Phelan here. Phelan solos forward the ball. Tom Moran is outside him. He'll look to give Moran the run, a run up the field. Moran takes the ball on toe and passes it back inside to Marty Kaplis. Kaplis passes the ball off inside as far as Mikey O'Rourke. O'Rourke does really well here, charges up the field, the ball 65 yards out. This is the Dunlavin running. We talked about the legs. We talked about he's right underneath the stand, gets the ball to Owen Murta sizes up his man and takes him on. Brilliant ball into Dara Dillon. Dillon's on the run. He's at the top of the D. Pops another beautiful little pass out as far as Daniel Dawson. Dawson kicks this one off his right foot, kicks it high and kicks it over the bar. Super score there from the Dunlavin man, and from what looked like they were going to be 3 points down from that free, they're back within a point.
Yeah, it comes off the post, and Sean Phelan took a real good ball, worked it out the field. Mike O'Rourke carries it at pace, like we talked about what Dunlavin do. Then Dara Dillon running hard off the ball, you know. And
kick out goes short, breaks in. Johnny Byrne was off his line. It's a dangerous one from Cian Sullivan, hanging right up in the air there, but there was no one in there. Johnny Byrne took it really well, and away come Rathnew with the ball now. So it's JT Hayden has the ball, solos, has a look at his options again. Dunlavin push up on the man on the ball. They're making life difficult for Rathnew to get out, but they're working their way out. Jamie Snell takes a pass from Theo Smith and he gives the ball back into JT Hayden. He pops the ball to Paul Merrigan. Merrigan gives the ball to Theo Smith. Rathnew running the ball through the hands here now with just a fumble there by JT Hayden. It was all a little bit static for Rathnew. They're just trying to edge their way out as far as the middle of the field if they can, and as Jamie Snell takes the ball, solos forward with it, has a look again. He needs options, he needs support. Gary Allen is on his case, so is Tom Moran on his case, but he's won, he's free. Nicky Murner has the ball, and it's real energy sapping stuff. You know, both teams are ball carrying, they're, you know, trying to work the positions. It's heavy going out there.
yeah, it's a natural game to Dunlavin really, but Rathnew are going to have to do it now because of the conditions, you know, and they're playing into that strong wind. They're going to have to carry it.
Sam O'Dowd carries, does just that, carries the ball, gets the ball to Owen Doyle. He looks to hoof a high ball in, but there's nobody home on it. Dunlavin man James Stafford puts in a tackle on Mark Murta, but it's an illegal one, says Kieran Kenny, and Tom McGurk comes out with the ball. Goalie solos out, pops the ball off as far as Owen Murta. Murta pops it into Daniel Dawson. Again, they look to recycle the ball and work maybe another score to try and level this game. Rathnew push up really well, try to get hands on the ball. They've worked their way out. Daniel Dawson goes long. It's a huge kick down. There's Cian O'Sullivan is the only one up there. Jamie Snell gets his 2 fists to that and boxes it away, but Marty Kaplis reacts first. Get the ball back into Cian O'Sullivan. Ball slips from his grasp. Rathnew have numbers back there, and it's in the hands of Jonah Graham. Graham is underneath the stand. Gets the ball into Theo Smith. Smith has a look around, gets the ball to Paul Merrigan. Merrigan has options here on this side. He'll look to give the ball to Sam O'Dowd. O'Dowd, wearing number 12, tries to get up the field with the ball, gets to the 65, looks in front of him. Out in front is Owen Doyle. Doyle does well, but he's been shadowed all the way by Tom Moran. Huge tackles being combined. Henry Healy and Tom Moran working really hard there, but Owen Doyle wins. He's free. Probably a little bit lucky to get free there. He was running out of ideas, I think.
Yeah.
Kick is taken, it's in front of Sean Coffey. Coffey does really well, holds off his man again, breaks another tackle, gets the ball into the scoring area. He now needs support. That support comes in the form of Jonah Graham. Graham just was going to give it to Jack Healy running outside him, just waited maybe a little second too long. A long dangerous looking ball in as far as James Stafford. He's gone to ground, surely picked the ball off the ground there, you'd have to imagine. If not, he has a foot up around his ribs somewhere, to put a toe under it from there, but it's free. There's a player down injured, and it's going to be, I'm presuming it's a free in, is it? He's blown the whistle anyway. I don't see what the free is for, but
No, unless he's going to throw the ball up, and maybe he blew the free very quickly when he saw the player, or blew the whistle really quickly. He saw the player going down injured. Stack.
Martin Stack,
Yeah.
wearing number 20.
Kicked a great point here against Tinny Healy near the end of the game. The
He
last day,
came
you know,
on,
he's a good boot on him.
Yeah, a very good score. He kicked us right. There's a Rathnew player down injured, waiting for a break and play. With just about 10 minutes of this second half gone here. It's 8 points to Rathnew, 7 to Dunlavin. Game is really in the melting pot here between these two sides. It's Sam O'Dowd is down injured. Number 19, Paul Ellis, is warming up for Rathnew, getting ready to come in. And it looks to be Jack Healy, is it coming off?
Yeah, Jack Healy, yeah.
So there's a little bit of confrontation at the other end of the field with the new man in here. He's just been welcomed in by the Rathnew backs, and it's a free to Rathnew in for whatever happened in the throw in here. It looked like a bit of a pull or a drag in the throw in. It's a free in to Rathnew. It's as Jack Healy leaves the field. There'll be a chance now for Owen Doyle to ease them out to 2 points again. Chance for Doyle as he steps up, kicks this one high and kicks it over the bar. It's 9 points to 7 here now. We've 11 minutes on the clock. And just at the minute, Podge, they're just about keeping them at arm's length.
They are, yeah. You know, Rathnew are getting the score and putting it out to 2, and if they get it out to 3, they'll have them get 2 to bring it back to 1. And I think they'll have them need to get level, you know, and maybe they're going to leave it late like Blessing and yesterday, but
We'll know in the next half an hour. The kick out goes long. Jamie Snell picks it off though, does really well, gets the ball in as far as Theo Smith. Smith goes long diagonal into James Stafford. Brilliant take by Stafford. Jersey being pulled. Chance for Stafford. Oh, it's off the butt of the post and away, but he has his advantage. He'll get a free there, but a real chance there for James Stafford.
yeah, and he wasn't taking the mark there. He was just going to play on and go for goal. And Rathnew were probably unlucky it came off the post, but at least they'll get a chance to put it over the bar now.
Yeah, this could push him out to 3 points. A hell of a chance there for Stafford. A real rasper of a shot to hit the post as well, but they have the free from the advantage. So Owen Doyle will look to ease them back out here to 3 points now. And that's it. It's a 3 point game here in Aughrim now. 12 minutes gone in this second half. A lot of work now for Dunlavin to get those 3 points back. You'd imagine they'll have to just throw caution to the wind completely here.
Yeah, like they're going along with their kickouts and they're losing them, you know, and I think they need to secure their kick out and then play their running game.
Ball breaks in the middle of the field again. Sam O'Dowd got a hand on it. MJ Moran gets it, takes a heavy hit from Theo Smith. Moran is up to take a quick. Daniel Dawson looks to take the free. MJ Moran just feeling his shoulder there after that shot. Henry Healy is on the ball though, the man in for the injured Will Kennedy. Good take by Gary Allen, gives it back to Healy. Healy has a look up again. They're well marshalled inside. Rathnew have all avenues kind of blocked off in there, but Gary Allen goes straight through. There's a pull on his jersey from Nicky Murner. It'll be a free in.
And that was another good free to give away because if he
broke that line,
yeah, he was gone. Gary Allen was gone if Nicky Marner didn't foul him there.
A very good free to give away, as the fella said. He played the percentages because he had broke the line, and it was the strength of his jersey was tested there. But it's a free to Kieron O'Sullivan. You'd have to imagine this is a big free now in this game. Kicks this one high. Is it curling enough? It's high and it's over the bar. A huge kick from Kieron O'Sullivan. A brilliant kick under pressure. It's 2 point game now again. It's 8 points Dunlavin. Rathnew 10 points. 13 and a half minutes on the clock. We're getting near the first water break. As the wind, as we said, not playing that major a factor in the second half with Dunlavin playing their running game, but it's Rathnew who are just easing their way out every time. It's a free there as Jamie Snell got forward with that ball. He's fouled by Martin Stack, who came on. Theo Smith will take this one. Jamie Snell is up, feeling none the worst of that one. It gets the ball into Sam O'Dowd, pops it back to Theo Smith. Plays a 1-2. It was how he was going to play a 1-2 with Ross O'Brien, but Ross O'Brien took on the ball, drills a high, dangerous looking ball in again. Sean Coffey's underneath. Oh, nearly took it at the second attempt. Again, Dunlavin numbers back there. Mark Murtagh's back there. He tries to find his way out, gets the ball to Owen Murtagh. Again, there's heavy traffic from both sides there, but Dunlavin have found their way out with the ball, and Henry Healy is on the ball. Good play here by Healy as he comes out. Little 1-2, and he's away again. Gets the ball to Daniel Dawson. Dawson, 65 yards out, has a look up. Martin Stack has made a run inside, but there's no one else home. They're going to have to run it through the lines, and they've worked their way through with Sean Phelan. Sean Phelan makes his way out to the 21. They're at New Jersey's converge. Just gives a poor enough pass it was there, but Jamie Snell has taken a heavy hit. Two players just collided there going for that ball low down on the ground, and Jamie Snell looks to have hit the ground fairly heavy.
Yeah, he does, and it was just that the two players were committed to it, really. Like, there was nothing else in it. Two lads just going for the ball.
Two players going for the ball. There looks to be they're fairly worried about him. They're calling in the physio there. Anyway, the water break comes now, as we said, and look, it's still a 2-point game here, as you said. Rathnew just keeping them at arm's length. Dunlavin are playing in little patches and bursts, but they're going to have to throw caution to the wind for the last 15 minutes, because Dunlavin or Rathnew will probably just keep doing what they're doing. Podge, they're comfortable enough in the way they're playing.
Yeah, what they'll do is they'll get the ball far enough up the field so they can just dump it in on top of the edge of the square into Sean Coffey or Stafford or whoever. And the last
Wind
one
or free or wind or score.
Yeah, and the last one that was kicked in, only for the extra player was there. Sean Coffey was in on goal probably, and I think it was Mark Murt ended up just getting
Done
a hand
really
to the
well,
ball.
Yeah, as we see, Jamie Snell is down here. That'd be a blow to this Rathnew team. He's still on the ground, so hopefully he's alright. Looked like a shoulder or head. It's up around that area, so. Said that two sets of managers getting their final few words into the lads while the water break is on.
This game is definitely still there for Dunlavin as well. I know Rathnew have that 2-point lead, but if Dunlavin are a team that can get a score after score after score when they get a run on you, if they can win kick-outs and things like that. So.
And look, as we said, there are two games. I know they lost to Blessington, but they came back into that game, as you said. They rattled in scores. They have to have that belief. The way they came back in the Tinnahealy game from 7 points down, 2 men down, they came and rattled 8 points off in a row. That belief has to be in the team that they can do it still.
Yeah, and they do, and they have a goal threat there as well because they run so hard, and they haven't shown that today yet. Rathnew have probably been clever to make sure foul them early and foul them far enough out, and don't concede that goal threat.
Yeah, Jamie Snell is still down here on the ground. It looks like they're going to help him up here now. He doesn't look like a fella that could be going to continue here, I'd imagine, but we'll see who they bring on now. I see Mark Doyle is has number 21 on him. He looks to be, Jamie Snell looks to be gone. He looks to be getting up and very gingerly.
Yeah, it looks very groggy actually. I'd say so. Could it be a head injury maybe?
Looks like he took a bang to the head there. We hope he's all right. He was playing a good game for Rathnew there. He was starting a lot of attacks from that. I know he's kind of playing free with Owen Murta dropping back, but he had started an awful lot of attacks there, and a big ball carrier. Kieron Coffey is coming in.
That's a right back centre back. Coffey going to the field.
Yeah. So as Jamie Snell leaves the field there with on a bit of a jog there now, Ari. He's looking a bit livelier than he was, so hopefully he'll be alright.
Number 6, Jamie Snell.
We're back in the game, and it's Rathnew building from the back again. It's Theo Smith gets the ball here, gets it into Sam O'Dowd. Solos again, they look to build from the back here. JT Hayden always fumbled the ball there just at the wrong time. Daniel Dawson comes in, a heavy hit on Dawson as he went down to pick up the ball, and JT Hayden is taken quickly, and it's Will Kenny shot. Oh, what a save from Johnny Byrne. Mikey O'Rourke found himself in place. A super save from Johnny Byrne, because it was a great shot, got down to his right and touched it away. Probably went to the wrong height, alright, but a super save by Johnny Byrne to push that one away, Podge.
Yeah, and it was a guaranteed score for Dunlavin, but they're not afraid to gamble.
Yeah,
and that's what gets them into these positions, and
super
used to them,
Yeah, super save from Johnny Byrne though. Rathnew just, they fumbled the ball to free. They just fell asleep a little bit and left players loose. They just took their eye off the ball, as the fella said, a little bit.
They were probably a second too slow with that quick free as well, because if he had got in quicker, it was a definite goal chance.
Owen Murta will kick the 45 here. resulting from that save. So maybe Dunlavin can get something from this. He seems to have connected well with it. It's high and it's straight and it's over the bar. A huge score. We're back to a 1-point game here in Aughrim. We've 19 and a half minutes, or just 20 minutes on the clock. Here comes Mark Doyle with his slip of paper as well.
Staff is gone.
He wreaked all sorts of havoc the last day when he came in. This man,
Stafford.
it's James Stafford is being called ashore.
21 mark 5.
Kick out though has gone astray. It's gone straight to Daniel Dawson. He gets it back to Gary Allen. Allen didn't really set himself. Kicks a high one. It's dangerous looking at right in on the crossbar. It's taken well by Johnny Byrne. Nobody in there. No one followed it in. There's a chance there with Paul Ellis. Gets the ball. Gets it out as far as Jonah Graham. Graham has a look. Gives the ball back to Paul Merrigan. Rathnew now just trying to settle things down and get the ball into the hands of JT Head and Theo Smith. And he gets it as far as Ross O'Brien. O'Brien gets it out to Kieron Coffey. He passes it to Aaron Kavanagh. Kavanagh, wearing number 7, he's just about 50 yards out from his own goal. Gives the ball and takes it back from Theo Smith. He gets it to Nicky Marner. Marner has Ross O'Brien in space. He's found a pocket of space here and away goes Ross O'Brien. O'Brien solos forward, pops the ball out to Kieran Coffey. Coffey has a look at his options. Good ball into Sean Coffey in the danger area. Tries to turn his man, does really well. Strong, kicks the ball high and kicks it over the bar. A good score there from Sean Coffey. Well worked, and another well worked score from Rathnew, to be fair.
Yeah, and Sean Coffey's very dangerous in situations like that. He'll win the ball out in front, and he's able to turn. For a big man, he turns really well and not afraid to take on whoever's marking him.
Tom McGurk kicks it long. It's 11 points to 9 with 21 and a half minutes on the clock. There's a mark taken by Daniel Dawson. He kicks a long ball into Keane O'Sullivan. Keane O'Sullivan's out in front. He's fouled by Ron Manley. He's going to leave this one down and leave it on Murta. I'd say it's really end-to-end stuff here now. It's all in the melting pot. Number 17, Shane O'Rourke
17 Shane O'Rourke
is coming in.
replaces number 10 MJ Moore.
And MJ Moran is coming off. Shane O'Rourke enters the fray. He's no bad sub to have either, Podge.
No, and I'd say he won't do the job that MJ did. Like, I'd say he'll stay closer, he'll stay inside the 45, and it'll be a big threat in there because he's a good boot on him.
Chance for Owen Murty.
Yeah, I see Dara Dillon coming over to this wing now on to Warren Kavanagh.
This one has gone to the left of the post and wide, though. It was a chance to put it back to the minimum. 2 points is the lead for Rathnew. How many times have we seen them holding out for leads like this as Ross Quinn is about to enter the fray here for Rathnew? Who's coming off?
Substitution.
Jonah Graham seems to be coming off.
17 Ross Quinn. 18 Ross Quinn replaces number 10 Jonah Graham.
Jonah Graham has put in a good shift there, in fairness. Been on a lot of ball. Johnny Byrne kicks a long ball to the middle of the field. Ball breaks off Kieran Coffey and Aaron Phelan, but breaks kindly for the man just in, Ross Quinn. He just loses the ball in the tackle. Daniel Dawson picks it up, wins his free, has a look at his options, pops a little ball in front of Keane O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan now starting to show he's dangerous, turns inside Ronan Manley. 2 good tackles though, really well. They've done really well Rathnew to get 2 men back there and strip him of the ball. Gets the ball into Theo Smith. Kieran Coffey is on the ball looking for an option, wants an out, gets the ball back to Paul Merrigan. Merrigan kicks the ball to Nicky Marner. Marner has dropped deep now. He's going to try and run the show from his own 65 there. He just dropped into the pocket and hand passes the ball out to Ross O'Brien. O'Brien breaks the tackle of Henry Healy. He'll have to keep going. He's broken the tackle of Aaron Phelan as well. He does really well. Gets the ball to Sam O'Dowd. O'Dowd pops it back to Ross O'Brien. Again the yellow jerseys converge on it and he wins his free. He goes to ground. Some other things that have been let go, I suppose that was probably a soft free on all counts, was it?
Yeah, it probably was. I think the frees are a little easier get now in the second half than they were in the first half anyway.
Yeah, so look, it's free that again, it's experience though. It's,
yeah. And Kieran Kenny's a lot closer than we are.
Yeah, well, that's it too. So it's a get head to the scoring position and win your free or get head to the kicker, as the fella said, and that's what they've done. It's Owen Doyle to kick this one. This will be a huge score, really, to put 3 between it now. It'll be Doyle kicks this one. It's drifting to the left of the post and wide, and again it's probably a let off for Dunlavin. It's gone wide. It's still a 2-point game. There's still 6 or 7 minutes left, normal time left. 9 minutes of normal time left. The water break, I suppose, was long. We're being told there's 9 minutes, and now we could look at 10, 12 minutes here. Good kick out those, picked off by Sam O'Dowd. He gets the ball in as far as Ross Quinn. Quinn tackled again. The tackles are still going in. These two teams showing great levels of fitness and intensity at this stage of the game, and heavy going, to be fair to him. Paul Ellis gets the ball. He gets it out as far as Kieron Coffey. Nicky Murner is on the ball here, 65 yards out, has Sam O'Dowd inside him. O'Dowd looks up, solos with the ball, gets to the 45 again. Owen Murta puts in a good tackle. Paul Merrigan takes the ball from Sam O'Dowd, kicks the ball in as far as Kieron Coffey. He didn't get the mark, he was inside the 45. This is Paul Merrigan under huge pressure there as he was kicking, and it's another free in to Rathnew. And this one surely should put 3 between the teams, but a good spot there by Kieran Kenny. Sean Coffey was looking for the mark, but the ball it came from inside the 45. So
that's right, yeah. This should be a handy free now for Rathnew, because it's he's after giving it from where the ball landed for a late tackle.
Mark Doyle steps up to this one, kicks it, brings it right in and kicks it high and kicks it over the bar. No mistake there. It's 12 points now to Rathnew, 9 points to Dunlavin here.
Yeah.
Kick out from McGurk goes long again. Sam O'Dowd is underneath. Mikey O'Rourke is underneath. Ball breaks to the ground. Kieran Coffey goes for it. Mikey O'Rourke got his foot to it, but just went out over the line. And T.O. Smith is going to take his time now over this one, I'd imagine. Goes short to Sam O'Dowd. O'Dowd picks up the ball. Little bit of space there now if he wants to go into it. O'Dowd has a look. Goes long and diagonal. Dangerous looking ball in again. Good hands in there by Tom Moore. Brilliant hands by the corner back there. Plucks that one from the sky. Gets a few yards with it as well. Bring it up, says Kieran Kenny. There must have been something said to him in there. Tom Moore takes his free. Gets it to Daniel Dawson. Is there another kick in Dunlavin now? They'll have to start putting a few scores together shortly if they're to get back into this one. Tom Moore hand passes the ball out as far as Mark Murta. Murta has Owen Murta off his shoulder. There's a yellow line forming. Are they coming down the field here? It's a long kick down into the corner. It's not a great kick. It's out over the end line and it's gone wide as well, and has wrong ball at the wrong time, Podge.
Yeah, I think it was Shane O'Rourke was ahead of him that he could have given the fifth pass to, and Dunlavin can't afford to make mistakes like that now. They need to secure their own kick out every chance they get. They need to put pressure now on the Rathnew kick out as well.
Yeah, they need to find chances here. Conor Lenihan is entering the fray here. It looks like Paul Merrigan is down, suffering with a bit of cramp. Conor Lenihan is in. Paul Merrigan is gone out.
Yeah, that last time that when Paul Merrigan won that free, I said, God, he's a long way from goal, so he is, but obviously made a big run and he's paying for it now.
T.O. Smith gets the ball, wins the free. T.O. Smith now just looking for a little bit of attention. He took a bit of a high tackle there, but they'll just run down the clock, you'd imagine. They're just trying to take the sting out of Dunlavin and not let them get momentum now at this stage, I suppose.
Yeah, and just frustrate Dunlavin really, if Rathnew can keep their hands on the ball and even win those frees and wind down the clock, very frustrating for Dunlavin this.
T.O. Smith takes the kick, gets it to Kieron Coffey. Coffey will give it back to T.O. Smith. Smith back to Coffey again, and it's into the hands of Sam O'Dowd. O'Dowd goes forward the ball. He's played well, O'Dowd, during this match. He's handled an awful lot of ball. He's been a great link. He gets the ball out as far as Warren Kavanagh. Kavanagh looks up, sizes up his options, plays the ball in. Mark Doyle gets a hand on it, but away comes Sean Phelan with the ball, gets it in as far as Owen Murta. Murta has Daniel Dawson outside him. Dawson pops the ball off into Aaron Phelan, gives it back to Owen Murta. Here come Dunlavin. Can they get the score? They need to bring him back into the game. Gary Allen has hands on it. Aaron Phelan gives the ball into Dara Dillon. Dillon's at the top of the D. There's a man inside. There's danger here. Chance and a brilliant save again from Shane O'Rourke got inside there, and it was a brilliant save again from Johnny Byrne. Tipped it over, and a huge chance, but it just shows that the chance is still there.
Yeah, they are, and that's the goal threat, that running that they do, and in fairness to Johnny Byrne now, that's twice he's after saving Rathnew with 2 great saves.
2 huge moments in the game, to be fair to him. It's 10 points to Dunlavin, 12 to Rathnew. We have 29 minutes on the clock. That's including the water break, so we've a good few minutes to go here still. We probably have about 4 in normal time, and whatever's added on, we could be looking at 7 or 8 minutes. Ball breaks. Here come Dunlavin again into the hands of Martin Stack. Stack wearing number 20, tries to get it on that left foot. He kicked one the last day. Has he kicked another one? He has, It's high and it's over the bar, and this game is now in the melting pot. 12 points to Rathnew, 11 to Dunlavin. A huge kick there from Martin Stack. Very same he done the last day, Podge. A brilliant score at a vital time.
Yeah, very similar point to the one he kicked against Tinnehealy.
Johnny Byrne gets ready to take the kick out. There'll be 4 minutes of additional time, we're being told as well. So strap yourselves in. We've strapped ourselves in for the next 6 or 7 minutes. This game is going down to the wire. Johnny Byrne, a long kick down the field again, breaks in the middle of the field. Nicky Murner's underneath, gets to the ball, pops off the pass to Theo Smith. Smith kicks a foot pass outside as far as Kieron Coffey. Coffey looks up, players tussling in the middle of the field on the ground here, but the ball is in the hands of Mark Doyle. He's 45 yards out from the goal, has a look at his options, kicks a long ball into Sean Coffey. Coffey goes to ground, picks the ball up at the second attempt, gets it inside to Warren Kavanagh. Kavanagh gives it to Mark Doyle. Doyle kicks the ball high and kicks it over the bar. That's the answer from Rathnew. They just take the sting out on Dunlavin again, just as it looked like they were flagging a little bit there, Rathnew, and looked like they were under pressure to get up the field and to get their score, Podge.
Yeah, and I got it to the right man as well, Mark Doyle. He's a great experienced player and doesn't miss chances like that.
Long kick out down the field again. Sam O'Dowd is underneath, takes his mark, has a look at his options, pops the ball back to Nicky Murner. Murner solos the ball. He's 65 yards out from his own goal. They'll try and keep this ball as long as they can now. He pops it inside to Sam O'Dowd. O'Dowd gives it to Theo Smith. Smith solos, looks, gets it to Kieron Coffey. Here, Rathnew just looking to take the sting out Dunlavin. Dunlavin have to come out now and try and turn over this ball if they're to get handing from this game. Ross O'Brien gets the ball, gives it back to Sam O'Dowd. O'Dowd has a look up, pops the ball into Sean Coffey, but there's a good boo on it there from Sean Field, and he turns it over. Mark Murta goes back, he's tackled by Sam O'Dowd. O'Dowd tries to strip the ball from him, he can't. It's in the hands of Mikey O'Rourke. O'Rourke takes off with the ball, he solos forward. The ball breaks in as far as Mikey O'Rourke. O'Rourke is in trouble here. It's a free to O'Rourke. He was probably lucky to get away with that one. He got his free out. He's taking his free out. Here comes Tom Moran up the field. He has a runner outside him. He pops the ball off as far as Henry Healy. Healy pops it into Dara Dillon. Dillon, just the ball got away from him at the wrong time, and Ross O'Brien was in the right place at the right time. Good play from Ross O'Brien, but he goes to ground. He can't get rid of the ball. He does eventually. Nicky Murner goes down on the ball. Nicky Murner wins his free, and there's a player gone to ground just after that there. There's a player gone to ground just after that. Is he going to throw the ball up? Yeah. I think he is going to throw the ball up. Something was said or something was done.
Wrong decision there. That was a free in all day long. Dunlavin went down to pick out the ball and your man left the ball on it.
So Dunlavin have another chance here if they can win this throw in. We're looking at 32 and a half minutes on our clock. Normal time would be just up then with the water break, so we've 4 minutes to go here. 2-point game. Dunlavin 11 points, Rathnew 13. The ball is thrown in. Kieron Coffey and Aaron Phelan going for Henry Healy, gets it. The ball breaks to Owen Murta. Murta's at the top of the D. He's charging down, bearing down and goal. Gives it to Dillon. Dara Dillon, shot from Dillon. It's just gone high and it's gone over the bar. Still might be good enough. It's 12 points to 13. Another goal chance gone a begging for Dunlavin. There's 3 good goal chances, 2 super saves now, and ball going over the bar. It's all happening here, Podge.
Yeah, it is, and the big man getting on the ball then again. Owen Murta and Dara Dillon, 2 very important players, and they're definitely still in it. Like, they need to put big pressure on this kick out now.
Johnny Byrne will take this kick out. Rathnew facing into the wind here. They need to win this ball. The next ball is vital. Possession here is vital. Huge kick down the field. Ball breaks. Again, it's Owen Murta's the first man to react. Good play from Murta. Was he fouled? He was fouled. It's a free in. Nicky Murner looks to be injured. There's players down all over the field. Both teams have given everything here, but they might have to give another bit. The last one was wide. It is. It's gone up on the board now. I was thinking that, alright. The Rathnew have turned over possession. Ross O'Brien is in all sorts of trouble deep in his own half. He just about gets out, wins his free there. Nicky Murner's down injured. He's getting attention. There's about 3 minutes to go, we're told. Rathnew look to work the ball out of the fence. Kieron Coffey gets the ball to Ross O'Brien. He goes back to Johnny Byrne. Byrne sidesteps his man. He's tackled. He's fouled. He goes to ground. He took a knock there from Martin Stack. Just winding down the clock. Rathnew trying to eked their way out of this one. They've been in tighter positions than this and got out of it, but you know, if it stays like this, Pod, just coming down to Johnny Byrne being man of the match for those 2 saves, really.
Yeah, no, definitely a couple of great saves there, and I don't know whether he got a touch on that last one. It was definitely a goal chance, and if he did, he saved Rathnew again there.
He's down. He seems to have taken a knock to the leg here. Rathnew just trying to move. Nicky Marner's gone to go in full forward. He's carrying a leg injury by the looks of it. Sean Coffey's been brought out around the middle of the field, I suppose, for added height out around there. They need to win. They need to win the midfield battle for the next 2 minutes. Johnny Byrne is up. We're ready to go again. Johnny Byrne takes the free. He goes short out as far as his corner back there, who is Ronan Manley. Manley again, the ball is loose. It's a dangerous game to be playing, but they have to try and get out of there some way. Ronan Manley has it. He gets the ball out to Conor Lennon. Ball up as far as Sam O'Dowd. JT Hayden takes the ball. Good play. The final whistle is gone. It's all over. Rathnew are into the semi-final by a point. 13 points to 12. 13 points to 12 here. They get through by a point, by the skin of their teeth, but I suppose they did more or less lead all the way as well, Podge. Just as I said, it came down to those couple of goal chances and a couple of brilliant saves.
Yeah, and obviously now Dunlavin needed to score one of those to win the game, but they were in it there for so long, like, you know, and they had those chances, and, you know, like they gave it a good effort there. I know that's no consolation to them, you know, because it is a game they could have won, you know, but the Rathnew experience and some of the older heads as well there, and young Sean Coffey as well helping them out.
Very good. Sam O'Dowd was very good, you know, the strong players all over the field, like they just know how to win those tight games, and it's a habit to have, and you know, it's a habit that a lot of teams are looking for, I suppose, and they're in a semi-final now, or 4 semi-finals then for the senior draw, which will be held now in a few minutes. I think it'll be Pats, Rathnew, Bartonglass and Blessington. So it's down to 4. We'll be back next weekend with the 4 semi-finals. Thanks to everyone here, Alan, Podge, Tracy, Stephen, and thanks to everyone who tuned in at home. As I said, we'll be back next weekend with the semi-finals, so we'll see you then. Thanks a million.
It's a long drive to Croker from here. In ways even longer for the fans. The effort, I can tell you, it's worth it. Even today, I can still hear it. The roar of the hill. It's gonna be something else.